I'm Nicole Plowman. I work for Texas Parks and Wildlife in the Ecosystem Resources Assessment Program. And our team is really unique in that it's made up of a bunch of different little work groups. So we have a group that does project assessment and permitting. So if you're going to build a bridge, they'll let you know what species are going to be impacted and how to minimize those impacts. We have someone that does land acquisition. So for example, there are 440 acres of land between Galveston and Freeport. It's Follett's Island CMA, Coastal Management Area. And that land is just going to be there forever. It's never going to be built up. It's just going to be wildlife for wildlife's sake. We also have the Kills and Spills team that responds to any sort of natural disaster, whether it's man-made like an oil spill or a natural disaster like Winter Storm Uri from 2021. So the team's really unique and special in that way, in that we do a lot of different things. My role on the team as technician is mostly to take care of our equipment. So I take care of our vehicles, our boats, our mule, and our water quality monitoring equipment. So our data sondes that go in the water and tell you the water temperature, if there's enough dissolved oxygen in the water, pH, even some chlorophyll readings and things like that that are more specific. All of that's really important when we are doing site investigations, whether they are routine site monitoring or an investigation for a wildlife mortality event. The footage you're seeing now is from the Dickinson Bayou Marsh Restoration Project in Dickinson. So we are on about 10 acres of marsh that has been restored. It had been degraded by erosion and has now been restored. And we're looking to see if the Spartina, the smooth cordgrass, has grown in from the seedings that we did earlier this year in February and March. If it needs still a little bit of help, we're going to try to seed again next year, early in February and March. What I like best about my job is when I'm able to see immediate results to my work. Within the Kills and Spills team, there is also where we just rescue injured wildlife, whether they were impacted by an oil spill, Winter Storm Uri, or just someone with a broken wing. So we had a hawk, a red-shouldered hawk that had a broken wing that someone called in, and I was able to go capture it and take it to a rehabber. We had a great blue heron that was covered in a chemical that we were able to capture and rehab and was released successfully. And so that makes me really excited about the work that I do. The other thing that I really enjoy about my job is that I get to do something new almost every day. I get to take a class and learn, or I get to rescue a hawk, or I get to do outreach, which I love to do because I like to share my passion for wildlife with others. You know, I get to go out on the boat one day. So yeah, that's what I like to do. My love for fish and actually all animals started when I was really young because my dad was also interested in marine biology and fish, but also reptiles and amphibians. So our house was literally full of snakes and lizards and turtles. We had ferrets, we had dogs, we had cats, we had all kinds of animals. And I think it's so funny that on the weekends, literally Saturday mornings, he would take me in the car and we would drive down the back roads of Louisiana and look for snakes. Because who does that? You know, but it really did at a very early age just instill a love of wildlife and nature for me. If someone thinks that they might want to work for Parks and Wildlife, I would highly suggest that they volunteer with us. I typically say that our internships are there to show you what you don't want to do with your life. And so if this isn't for you, you'll find out really quickly. And if it is for you, you're going to have the best summer you've ever had.